Despite winning and then losing the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40, Drew McIntyre reportedly has still yet to put pen to paper on a brand new WWE contract. Tony Schiavone says he's in the dark about what the footage will consist of tonight on AEW Dynamite, with the promised backstage altercation between CM Punk and Jack Perry teased to be aired live on TBS. Speaking of that footage, WWE superstar Grayson Waller has mocked it on social media. We'll let you know what he said. The quarter-hour ratings are out for AEW Collision, which may explain why the show had an unusually high rating and viewership number considering the time in which it aired on television this past Saturday. The Forbidden Door location reportedly has changed. However, one top executive in both AEW and New Japan is disputing that report. Was Jon Moxley ever considered and asked to be involved at WrestleMania 40 in the main event? We'll let you know the details on that. Plus, WWE announces a brand new production studio has opened at their headquarters. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about Drew McIntyre and the latest update on his future with WWE. Now, since the last Drew McIntyre contract update, McIntyre, of course, has since won and lost the World Heavyweight Championship. A major show in Scotland has been announced as well, leading many to believe that he's re-signed a new contract with World Wrestling Entertainment. Well, the update on that, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, is that there's no new update. At least that's what's according to McIntyre has told talent and those close to him, that he still has no new contract with WWE and is yet to put pen to paper on a brand new contract. However, even though this isn't customary of previous eras of WWE, Fightful have been told it's not cause for alarm with the new regime and has actually become quite common. Fightful have been told that each situation will likely be different than the other and that there are plans for McIntyre in the company and they plan on retaining him. McIntyre won and then lost the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40 and is featured in a feud currently with CM Punk on WWE television. Originally, McIntyre's contract was set to be up before WrestleMania, however, time got added onto that contract. As of now, the deal is expected to be up within the next few months. However, McIntyre has expressed both his desire to stay with WWE as well as his confidence to succeed outside of it if need be. So as of right now, McIntyre hasn't put pen to paper on a new deal. His contract expires within the next couple of months, but what are your thoughts on his future? Do you think he's going to stick around, or could we see McIntyre leave WWE? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Now, tonight is the night, of course, in which we're going to be seeing, at least allegedly, the footage involving CM Punk and Jack Perry backstage at AEW All In live on AEW Dynamite on TBS this evening. Now, of course, AEW has made the decision to show what really happened backstage at All In, but announcer Tony Schiavone has no idea what's going to be shown this evening. On the April 10th edition of Dynamite, the Young Bucks announced they will air the backstage footage from AEW All In and speak about it for the first time. Now, initially, many thought it would be part of some kind of skit playing into the Bucks' current roles as heel executive vice presidents on AEW television. However, it has since been confirmed that in a surprise move, actual CCTV footage of the altercation between Jack Perry and CM Punk will be aired. Now, speaking to Sports Illustrated, Tony Khan confirmed that he will deliver what he has advertised and the footage is real. He said, quote, AEW has a great track record on delivering what we advertise and it is real footage. The Young Bucks will show backstage footage from All In, the most important event in AEW history, the world record holder for the most tickets ever sold for any wrestling record, over 81,035 total, and it was an important night backstage as well. While Tony Khan might know what he has up his sleeve regarding the footage, one man who does not have a clue what is going to be shown on AEW Dynamite this evening is announcer Tony Schiavone. Speaking on his What Happened When podcast, Tony Schiavone had two announcements to make as he revealed he has no idea what footage is going to air on Dynamite, and he also passed on his congratulations to Cody Rhodes. He said, quote, number one, for all you dirt sheet guys, I have no idea what the footage that is going to air tonight on our program on Dynamite is. Okay, don't know what it is, go ahead and type your shit in that nobody reads and hit send. And number two, congratulations to Cody. He deserved it, and that's all I'm gonna say. Schiavone then discussed how, as an announcer, he doesn't like to know what happens on the show before it happens, but that it isn't something unique to AEW. He said, quote, "I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an angle. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what it is. I said what I said on Collision. I said it, and I have no idea where we're going. As announcers, I'm telling you this. We know the matches, but we have no idea what direction we're going in, anything until we get to the show that night. We really don't. And sometimes we don't know until we're told in our headset as things are progressing. It's always been that way as far as being told things in our headset. It's not necessarily just for AEW. Things were like that in the Crockett's. They were like that in WCW. Boy, were things were like that in WWE. Sometimes announcers are told things and sometimes they're not. And sometimes we like things not to be told to us. I love things not to be told to me." As well as the footage, AEW Dynamite in Charleston, West Virginia will see Samoa Joe take on Dustin Rhodes in an AEW World Championship Eliminator match, while Adam Copeland will put on the TNT Championship on the line against Penta El Zero Miedo. Now, obviously, many people are talking and wondering about this footage this evening, and it's not escaped some WWE superstars to poke fun at the situation that's currently unfolding in AEW, that being Grayson Waller, who is known for his social media game, of course. He tweeted today, quote, "Later today, I'm going to share exclusive security camera footage of myself and Austin Theory beating up the entire WWE locker room backstage. It's time the world knows how tough the SmackDown Tag Team Champions really are." Now, NXT superstar Dijak responded to this by saying, quote, "It's true, I saw it. There was real glass everywhere." So, what are your thoughts on this footage this evening? Of course, once it airs on television, we'll bring it to you and we'll bring you the reaction to it, and let me know your thoughts about it. Does it make you more likely to watch AEW Dynamite tonight, or are you still not going to watch it? If you don't watch it regularly, what's your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, we spoke about AEW Collision this past Saturday, actually delivering some surprising numbers considering the quite unusual circumstances that the show aired in. Now, this past Saturday, AEW Collision found itself in a very strange position. Not only did the show air outside of its time slot, starting at 11:48 p.m., thanks to the Final Four of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament, but it also found itself following Night 1 of WrestleMania 40, which ended shortly before Collision began. As it turns out, both of the factors actually came to be Collision's benefit when it came to ratings. WrestleNomics previously reported that Collision's foray into late-night territory this past Saturday drew 463,000 total viewers, along with a 0.15 in the covered to 18 to 49 demographic. Now, the overall numbers, the total viewership was only up slightly from the previous week, rising 1% from 458,000, which again was surprising. The 18 to 49 demographic saw a significant increase, rising 36% from the prior week's 0.11. Collision's late night episode was the highest rated Collision since February 10, which drew 491,000 total viewers and an identical 0.15 in the 18 to 49. Now, initially, the quarter-hour ratings and data wasn't available, but it was expected that Collision was helped greatly following the NCAA Tournament Games post-game coverage. And obviously, of course, avoiding going directly against WrestleMania's first night, because the post-show coverage of the Alabama-Connecticut game drew 2.120 million total viewers and a 0.59 in the 18 to 49. Obviously, this provided, many people assume, Collision with a very strong lead-in, and as you can see right now, that is exactly the case, because the lead-in, the first quarter hour of AEW Collision on TNT was watched by 1 million viewers and over 300,000 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which of course, as you can see, is way higher than the usual average, and for that 12-minute period, they had 1 million viewers watching the first quarter hour. Now, it then dipped down, as one would expect, to 671,000 viewers, but still very much ahead of the last 90-day trend for AEW Collision, which continued into the third quarter. Once, though, we got to sort of the fourth quarter of the show, around sort of 12:30 a.m., it went back to the average, and after that took a very deep and quick nosedive towards the last quarter hour of the show, a 3-minute period that had, just over 200,000 viewers. So what do you make of these quarter hour ratings? Do they surprise you? Do they not surprise you, considering the lead-in and then factoring in the time in which Collision broadcast on television on Saturday? Let me know your thoughts in reaction to all of it in the comment section below. A bit of an update when it comes to Forbidden Door. There's been so much going on about Forbidden Door and the location. Now, Forbidden Door hasn't actually yet been announced for 2024, but it seems that claims that the show has led to disagreements between AEW and New Japan are not true. In 2022, the first Super Show held by AEW and New Japan was held at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. The main event of that show was Jon Moxley defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi to win the interim AEW World Championship after the reigning champion CM Punk was taken out with a foot injury. The 2023 edition of the event was held at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, with Bryan Danielson defeating Kazuchika Okada in the main event. On the Beyond the Bell podcast, Andrew Zarian reported that 2024's Forbidden Door is no longer being planned for Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. Fightful also reported that the reason for the switch was that New Japan Pro Wrestling did not want to split the cost of the event with AEW for running that venue. Well, that then led Rocky Romero, who has wrestled frequently for AEW, works reportedly now in the office of AEW as well, and previously, or at least still does, work in the office for New Japan Pro Wrestling, to take to social media to simply state those claims were not true. There had been no confirmation that AEW and New Japan had considered the stadium, with the original reports that they were looking at the stadium as a venue from the show, coming from Zarian himself earlier on in 2024. So, of course, we'll have to wait and see what the official announcement is regarding Forbidden Door. If we do get any more information on it in the future, we'll, of course, let you know. Now, many people wondered, was Jon Moxley ever considered to be involved in the main event of WrestleMania this year? Now, of course, not as a wrestler, but we did see some Shield influence, not only Roman Reigns wrestling in the match against Cody Rhodes on night 2, but also Seth Rollins coming out to the Shield entrance music wearing his Shield gear. So it made people wonder, where was Dean Ambrose? Did WWE ever consider bringing back Dean Ambrose? Did they even ask AEW to bring back Dean Ambrose? Now, Cody Rhodes, of course, finished his story at WrestleMania when he defeated Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. After a hard-fought back-and-forth match, the Bloodline rules came into play, with Jimmy Uso getting involved. That brought out Jey Uso, who speared his brother off the stage through a table to take him out completely. Solo Sikoa was next out to help his tribal chief, but even as a Samoan spike/spear combination wasn't enough to put Rhodes away, and John Cena was next out to clear Sikoa from the ring. That brought out The Rock. The Rock and Cena had an epic stare down before a rock bottom took Cena out. But to everyone's surprise, the Shield's music then hit, with Seth Rollins coming to the ring in his old Shield gear, looking to take out The Rock. However, when the fans heard the word Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta, even WWE's announcers seemed to think an appearance could be on the cards for Dean Ambrose, better known as AEW's Jon Moxley. That, of course, did not happen, though, and instead, it was left to Rollins to provide enough of a distraction for Reigns that allowed Cody Rhodes to pick up the victory. Now, comicbook.com has reported that AEW president Tony Khan confirmed that WWE had not reached out about bringing Jon Moxley in for a one-off return. It's probably just as well for Cody Rhodes, because Moxley would have been more likely to help Reigns retain his gold if he turned up in Philadelphia. Of course, also as well, Moxley had other scheduled commitments, and again, it makes you wonder if it's necessarily even a story, considering that he was not asked. There's been many instances where people haven't been asked to do certain things. Finally, WWE opens up a new production facility at their headquarters. Today, WWE announced the opening of a new production facility in Stamford, Connecticut, complete with 5 separate studios and cutting-edge virtual production stage. The complex is touted as being as 30,040 square feet, housed within the new corporate headquarters with plenty of amenities on deck. WWE's press release states that the new facility will allow them to create more dynamic stories with a higher level of production quality and efficiency. With a long list of state-of-the-art technology installed, it seems the company isn't holding back from investing in the future following the creation of TKO in 2023. One of the most intriguing aspects of the new studio complex is the virtual production stage. The set was custom built for WWE with specific parameters designed to work with the promotion's needs and includes a massive modular LED display. Though it is similar in some ways to the volume used by Lucasfilm to create shows like The Mandalorian, WWE states that this specific setup is the first of its kind in the United States. While WWE announced that they'll be showing off the virtual production stage at a conference in Las Vegas, Nevada next week, it's not yet clear when we will start seeing its use on WWE television. Stamford, Connecticut has been the home to WWE corporate headquarters since the early 1990s, with the company previously occupying a building known as Titan Towers. That changed last year, with WWE successfully transitioning to a new headquarters while also undergoing its merger with the UFC. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.